Stop. Before choosing your next paint color, one hidden detail inside your home deserves your attention. Could a single color be quietly influencing your mood, your motivation, and even the way you approach money and opportunity? Millions of people spend years working harder, setting bigger goals, and chasing financial success, yet they overlook the environment surrounding them every single day. Ancient traditions believed that every color carries a unique energy. Modern psychology also suggests that colors can affect emotions, focus, and behavior in subtle ways. Together, these ideas raise a fascinating question that very few people ever stop to consider. Could the color covering your walls be encouraging confidence and growth, or creating an atmosphere that leaves you feeling drained without even realizing it? Throughout this video, you will discover why one particular color has earned a surprising reputation for blocking prosperity in many traditional beliefs, why experts say balance matters more than extremes, and how small changes inside your home may help create a brighter, calmer, and more productive space. More importantly, you will learn the truth behind the myths. This is not about superstition or magical shortcuts. It is about understanding how your surroundings can shape your daily habits, your mindset, and the choices that slowly build your future. Near the end, the color that many people unknowingly overuse will finally be revealed, along with simple ways to restore harmony without spending a fortune or completely redesigning your home. Stay with us until the very last minute, because the final insight may completely change the way you look at your living space forever. Welcome to Manifest Oracle, where we explore timeless wisdom, powerful mindset shifts, and practical ideas for creating a life filled with purpose and abundance. Subscribe to the channel and join our growing community as we uncover the hidden principles that can help transform the way you think, live, and grow. Look around for just a moment. Every wall, every corner, every color, and every object around you is sending silent messages to your mind. Most people never notice them because they become part of everyday life. Yet your brain notices everything. The space where you wake up each morning can quietly influence the way you think, the way you feel, and even the choices you make throughout the day. A bright, welcoming room often encourages calmness and focus. A dark, crowded space can leave you feeling tired or distracted without any obvious reason. These changes may seem small, but repeated every single day, they begin shaping habits. Habits become routines. Routines eventually create results. This is why your environment matters far more than many people realize. Success is rarely built through one big decision. It grows from hundreds of tiny choices, and your surroundings can gently push those choices in one direction or another. Traditional feng shui has taught this idea for thousands of years. According to its principles, every home carries a unique flow of energy. Every color, every piece of furniture, and every open or blocked space is believed to influence that flow. The goal is not perfection. The goal is harmony. When a home feels balanced, the people living inside it are believed to experience greater peace, clearer thinking, and a stronger sense of purpose. Modern psychology approaches the idea differently, yet it reaches a surprisingly similar conclusion. Researchers have found that our surroundings can affect mood, concentration, stress levels, and motivation. Natural light can improve alertness. Organized spaces often reduce mental overload. Colors can influence emotional responses in subtle ways. None of these factors guarantees wealth or success on their own, but together they create an environment that either supports your best habits or quietly works against them. Long before results appear in your bank account or career, they often begin taking shape inside the place you simply call home. Listen closely, because this ancient idea has survived for centuries for a reason. Long before modern science studied the effects of color on the human mind, many civilizations believed that colors carried symbolic meaning. They were seen as reminders of nature, the changing seasons, and the qualities people hoped to bring into their lives. A color was never just decoration. It represented a certain kind of balance, emotion, or intention. In the tradition of feng shui, this understanding is connected to the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. These elements are not meant to be taken literally. Instead, they represent different qualities found in both nature and human life. Wood symbolizes growth, learning, and fresh beginnings. Fire reflects passion, confidence, and inspiration. Earth stands for stability, patience, and support. Metal is associated with clarity, discipline, and focus. Water represents wisdom, adaptability, and the steady flow of opportunities. Every element is linked with certain colors, creating a symbolic way of bringing balance into a living space. Green is often connected with growth because it reflects healthy plants and new life. Soft browns and earthy tones remind people of stability and strong foundations. Blues and deep blacks are linked with the calm movement of water, encouraging reflection and flexibility. Whites and metallic shades represent precision and order, while reds and warm oranges are connected with energy, enthusiasm, and action. The goal is not to fill a home with one favorite color, but to create a thoughtful balance that supports different aspects of daily life. It is important to understand that these ideas come from a long-standing cultural tradition rather than proven financial rules. No paint color can guarantee wealth, remove hardship, or determine someone's future. However, many people find value in these symbolic practices because they encourage intentional living. Choosing colors with purpose can become a daily reminder of the qualities you want to strengthen, helping create a home that feels peaceful, motivating, and aligned with the kind of life you are working to build. Think beyond the numbers in a bank account for a moment. True prosperity is built long before money arrives. It begins in the mind, in the choices you make, and in the habits you repeat every day. Wealth is not only about earning more, it is also about thinking clearly, recognizing opportunities, managing resources wisely, and staying committed even when progress feels slow. These qualities often make the difference between temporary success and lasting abundance. Clarity is where everything starts. A clear mind sees possibilities that a distracted mind overlooks. When your thoughts are not constantly pulled in every direction, it becomes easier to set meaningful goals and follow through with them. Confidence naturally follows. Every small promise you keep to yourself strengthens your belief that you can handle bigger challenges. That confidence encourages action, and action opens doors that fear would have kept closed. Opportunity rarely arrives with a loud announcement. More often, it appears quietly through conversations, new ideas, unexpected connections, or simple moments that many people ignore. Someone who is calm and attentive is far more likely to notice these opportunities than someone overwhelmed by stress or constant distraction. Discipline then becomes the bridge between opportunity and achievement. It is the daily decision to stay focused even when motivation comes and goes. This is one reason a peaceful home can matter more than many people realize. A space that feels clean, organized, and balanced makes it easier to think without unnecessary mental clutter. Gentle lighting, comfortable surroundings, and thoughtful colors can create an atmosphere that supports patience instead of frustration. While no room can make decisions for you, the environment around you can either encourage clear thinking or add to the noise already filling your mind. Small improvements in your surroundings may lead to small improvements in your daily choices. Those choices influence your habits. Over time, those habits shape your future. This is why many traditional teachings place such importance on creating a home that reflects calmness, purpose, and balance before expecting prosperity to grow in any lasting way. Here is the color that surprises so many people. In many feng shui teachings, excessive dark gray is often described as a color that can symbolically drain the feeling of prosperity from a home. This idea has led some people to call it the wealth-draining color. The important word, however, is excessive. The concern is not that dark gray is bad on its own, nor that using it guarantees financial struggles. Rather, the belief is that covering large areas of a home in deep gray can create an atmosphere that feels emotionally heavy and lacking in vitality. Dark gray can be elegant, modern, and sophisticated when used with intention. It can add depth to a room and work beautifully alongside natural textures, warm lighting, and brighter accent colors. The problem, according to many feng shui practitioners, begins when dark gray dominates the space without balance. Walls, furniture, flooring, and decorations in the same muted shade may absorb light instead of reflecting it, leaving a room feeling cold, closed, or emotionally flat. From a traditional feng shui perspective, a home should encourage the smooth movement of positive energy. Spaces that feel too dark or visually heavy are believed to slow that flow, making the environment seem less welcoming and less inspiring. Whether or not someone accepts this philosophy, many people recognize a similar effect in everyday life. Spending long periods in a room that feels gloomy or lifeless can influence mood, energy, and enthusiasm. Modern psychology offers a more practical explanation. Colors alone do not determine success, but the atmosphere they help create can influence how people feel and behave. A room that lacks warmth, natural light, or visual contrast may leave some individuals feeling less motivated or emotionally drained. Over time, that state of mind can affect productivity, creativity, and the willingness to take positive action. This is why many designers and feng shui practitioners recommend using dark gray thoughtfully, allowing it to complement a space rather than overwhelm it, so the home feels balanced, inviting, and full of life. Science approaches this topic from a different direction, yet it offers some fascinating insights. Modern psychology does not claim that a particular color can attract or block money. Instead, it explores how colors and environments influence the way people think, feel, and behave over time. Our surroundings constantly send signals to the brain, often without us realizing it, and those signals can shape our emotional state in subtle but meaningful ways. Large areas of very dark or intensely saturated colors may create different emotional responses depending on the person and the setting. In rooms with limited natural light, these colors can sometimes make a space feel smaller, heavier, or less inviting. That feeling does not affect everyone in the same way, but for some people it can contribute to lower energy, reduced enthusiasm, or difficulty staying focused. When a room feels bright, balanced, and comfortable, it often becomes easier to concentrate, stay organized, and maintain a positive outlook. Think about the difference between starting your morning in a clean, well-lit room and beginning the day in a cluttered, dim space. The tasks waiting for you have not changed, yet your willingness to tackle them might. A positive environment can make productive habits feel more natural, while an uninspiring one may encourage procrastination or mental fatigue. These small differences, repeated day after day, can gradually influence how consistently you work toward your goals. This does not mean that repainting a wall will suddenly change your financial future. Wealth grows through learning, planning, discipline, and persistent effort. However, your emotional state plays an important role in those daily actions. Feeling calm can improve decision-making. Feeling motivated can make it easier to follow through on important tasks. Feeling mentally refreshed can help you notice opportunities that might otherwise be overlooked. In this way, your environment becomes a quiet partner in your journey, not by creating success for you, but by supporting the mindset and habits that help success grow over time. Avoid falling into the trap that catches so many people. The biggest mistake is believing that changing one color will somehow change an entire life. It is an appealing idea because it sounds simple. Paint a wall, move a piece of furniture, and wait for prosperity to arrive. Real life rarely works that way. Your environment can influence your mindset, but it cannot replace the daily choices that build a meaningful future. Many traditional feng shui teachers emphasize that harmony is far more important than chasing a single lucky or avoiding a single unlucky color. Every color carries its own qualities, and each has a place when used with care. A room filled entirely with bright red may feel exciting at first, but after a while it can become overwhelming. Too much blue may create a peaceful atmosphere, yet an excess could also make a space feel cold or emotionally distant. Even green, often linked with growth and renewal, can lose its calming effect when it dominates every surface without contrast. Balance allows each color to contribute without overpowering the others. Light and shadow, warmth and coolness, softness and texture all work together to create a home that feels comfortable and inviting. This principle extends beyond decorating. A balanced life includes moments of hard work and moments of rest, confidence mixed with humility, ambition guided by patience, Extremes in any direction often leave us feeling exhausted rather than fulfilled. The same idea applies to the spaces where we spend our time. Instead of asking whether one color is good or bad, ask whether the room feels alive, welcoming, and supportive of the person you want to become. Notice how you feel when you enter it. Pay attention to whether it helps you focus, relax, create, or connect with others. Small adjustments made with intention are usually far more valuable than dramatic changes made out of fear. A thoughtfully balanced environment becomes a quiet reminder that lasting prosperity is built through steady habits, clear thinking, and a lifestyle rooted in consistency rather than quick fixes. Pay close attention to this part, because many feng shui practitioners believe these everyday habits influence the feeling of a home even more than the color on the walls. The first is clutter. A pile of unopened boxes, overflowing shelves, or rooms packed with things you no longer use can make a space feel crowded and mentally exhausting. Every item competes for your attention, even when you are not consciously looking at it. Clearing unnecessary clutter often creates an immediate sense of relief, making it easier to think clearly and move through your day with purpose. Another habit is holding on to broken or damaged items. A cracked mirror, a clock that no longer works, or furniture waiting months to be repaired may seem unimportant. Yet in traditional feng shui, these objects symbolize neglected energy and unfinished business. Whether or not you follow that belief, repairing or replacing things that no longer serve you can create a stronger feeling of order and self-respect. Lighting also plays a powerful role. A room filled with natural light usually feels more open, welcoming, and alive. Dark corners and dim spaces can make even a beautiful home feel less inviting. Simple changes like opening curtains during the day or adding warm, comfortable lighting in the evening can completely change the atmosphere of a room without changing a single wall color. Then there are the forgotten spaces. Closets packed with unused belongings, dusty corners, neglected entryways, or rooms that slowly become storage areas instead of living spaces all contribute to a feeling that something has been left unfinished. Feng Shui teaches that energy should move freely throughout the home, and neglected areas are believed to interrupt that flow. These habits matter because they shape the experience of living in your home every day. A clean, cared-for environment encourages mindfulness, reduces unnecessary stress, and supports healthier routines. When your surroundings reflect intention and care, it often becomes easier to approach your goals with the same sense of focus, creating an atmosphere that feels lighter, calmer, and ready for new opportunities. Turn your attention now to the colors that many traditional teachings associate with growth, balance, and prosperity. Among them, green is often seen as the color of renewal. It reflects the energy of healthy forests, fresh leaves, and new beginnings. For many people, adding touches of green through plants, artwork, or carefully chosen decor creates a feeling of life, progress, and possibility. It serves as a gentle reminder that growth is a process that happens one step at a time. Gold has long been connected with abundance and value. Across many cultures, it symbolizes success, gratitude, and the rewards of consistent effort. In Feng Shui, small accents of gold are often used to represent appreciation for the blessings already present, while encouraging a mindset that remains open to future opportunities. The emphasis is usually on subtle details rather than filling an entire room with bright metallic finishes. Soft earth tones, such as warm beige, light brown, and gentle terracotta, are associated with stability and security. These colors reflect the strength and reliability of the ground beneath our feet. They can make a home feel welcoming, comfortable, and emotionally grounded, providing a peaceful backdrop for everyday life. Blue, especially softer shades, is traditionally linked with calmness, wisdom, and thoughtful focus. It reminds many people of open skies and flowing water, encouraging patience and steady thinking instead of constant pressure. The key idea behind these colors is not that they possess magical powers or guarantee financial success. They are symbolic choices that help create a certain atmosphere and reinforce positive intentions. Most Feng Shui practitioners recommend using them as accents rather than strict rules. A few carefully placed touches can often create more balance than covering every wall in the same shade. Combined with natural light, tidy spaces, and meaningful objects, these colors become part of an environment designed to support peace, confidence, and purposeful living. The real transformation comes not from the paint itself, but from the mindset and daily actions that the space quietly inspires. Start with the simplest changes, because meaningful transformation rarely begins with expensive renovations. Open your curtains each morning and allow as much natural light into your home as possible. Sunlight can make a room feel more open, welcoming, and full of life. Even a small increase in natural light can change the atmosphere, making everyday spaces feel brighter and more uplifting. Next, take an honest look at the things surrounding you. Remove items that no longer serve a purpose, organize the spaces you use most, and let go of belongings that only collect dust. Every cleared shelf, tidy desk, or organized corner creates more room to think, move, and breathe. Instead of filling every surface, leave a little open space. Sometimes the absence of clutter brings more peace than adding something new ever could. Think carefully about balance when choosing colors. There is no need to repaint your entire home overnight. Small adjustments often make the biggest difference. Pair darker shades with lighter ones. Blend warm and cool tones in a way that feels comfortable to you. Create contrast without making any single color dominate the room. The goal is not to follow a rigid formula, but to create an environment that feels calm, welcoming, and easy to live in every day. Bringing healthy plants into your living space is another simple step that many people appreciate. Their natural beauty adds freshness, softness, and a visible reminder of steady growth. Caring for a plant also becomes a quiet daily habit that encourages patience and attention. Even one healthy plant placed near a window can make a space feel more vibrant and connected to nature. As you make these changes, pay attention to how your home feels rather than simply how it looks. A peaceful environment is one where your mind can settle, your ideas can grow, and your energy is not constantly pulled in different directions. When your surroundings support calmness instead of overwhelm, everyday decisions often become clearer, routines become easier to maintain, and the space around you begins to reflect the kind of balanced life you are working to create. Look beyond expensive furniture and luxury decorations, and a different pattern begins to appear. Homes that create a lasting sense of abundance are often not the most extravagant. They are the most intentional. Everything has a purpose. Every space supports daily life instead of creating unnecessary stress. There is a feeling of order, comfort, and quiet confidence that makes the home a place to recharge rather than a source of constant distraction. Organization is one of the strongest habits these environments share. Important items are easy to find. Workspaces are ready for focused effort. Living areas invite meaningful conversations and moments of rest. This sense of order saves time, reduces frustration, and leaves more mental energy for decisions that truly matter. Instead of reacting to chaos, people are free to think ahead and act with purpose. Calm is another quality that stands out. A peaceful home does not have to be perfectly silent or perfectly decorated. It simply feels balanced. Colors work together instead of competing for attention. Light fills the room naturally whenever possible. Personal touches reflect gratitude, memories, and values rather than clutter. The result is a space that encourages clear thinking and emotional stability, even during busy seasons of life. Intentional living extends beyond decorating. Every choice, from keeping a room clean to placing meaningful objects where they can be seen, becomes a reminder of the kind of person you are becoming. These small actions reinforce discipline, patience, and consistency. Over time, those qualities influence how you manage money, pursue opportunities, solve problems, and stay committed to your goals. This is the real secret behind environments that seem to support success. They do not create wealth through magic, and they do not rely on one perfect color. They quietly encourage the habits that make growth possible. A healthy environment supports a healthy mindset, and a healthy mindset makes it easier to take the consistent actions that build lasting prosperity. Day after day, those ordinary actions become extraordinary results. proving that the greatest transformation begins not with a paintbrush, but with the decisions you make every time you walk through your front door. The biggest lesson to remember is simple. Your home is more than the place where you sleep. It is the space where your thoughts are shaped, your habits are built, and your future begins one day at a time. Colors can influence the atmosphere of a room, and traditional practices like feng shui offer meaningful ways to think about balance and intention. At the same time, no single color has the power to magically make someone rich or poor. Lasting prosperity comes from the choices you make, the discipline you practice, the gratitude you carry, and the actions you repeat every day. Take a fresh look at your living space. Remove the things that no longer serve you. Welcome more light into your home. Choose colors that make you feel peaceful, focused, and inspired. Create an environment that encourages clear thinking instead of distraction, hope instead of stress, and steady progress instead of frustration. Small changes made with purpose can become powerful reminders of the life you are working to build. Now we would love to hear from you. Which color makes you feel the most peaceful, motivated, or connected to abundance? Share your favorite prosperity color in the comments below and tell us why. Your experience may inspire someone else on their journey. If you found this video meaningful and valuable, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to Manifest Oracle, and share it with your friends and family so more people can discover these timeless ideas and create homes that support a positive and intentional life. Always remember this powerful truth. Abundance is not created by a single color on your wall. It is created by the thoughts you choose, the habits you build, the gratitude you practice, and the actions you take every single day. Fill your home with purpose. Fill your heart with hope, and let every intentional choice become another step toward the life you truly deserve.